If you like to drive around and talk about the latest happenings, this is the channel you need. So subscribe and follow Carmentary.
Yo, welcome to the show. It is Carmentary, and we're back driving a rare nighttime edition. I don't usually do many of these Carmentaries at night. It's a little dark. I prefer it in the daytime, but today I have to cover a timely and serious topic. And it's the one topic that I've really been avoiding talking about here on Carmentary. I did not want to talk about this. I did not want to bring it up. I did not want to fill up your time with a topic that I don't even want to talk about. But it's gone too far. I think you can guess what it is. Of course, it's what everybody's talking about. And why is it that I have only one glove on? Well, that's not actually what I'm going to talk about. But, sorry, okay, never mind. I'll put the other one on. Coronavirus, as we were saying. That's what everybody's calling it in Japan. The official name now, what is it? COVID-19? In Japan, for some reason, everybody continues to call it coronavirus. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you all the news because you probably watched enough of it. You may know more than I do. But the latest, I've just watched it on my TV in my car. The mayor of Hokkaido Island, we have 5 million people here on the island. There are actually quite a few cases, and it is spreading quite a bit here in Hokkaido. Just yesterday, they declared all elementary and middle schools will take off like 10 days until March the 9th. And now the mayor, young guy who got elected last year, Suzuki-san is his name, he's declared sort of a corona state of emergency for Hokkaido from today until March the 19th. So, corona emergency on the island of Hokkaido until March 19th. And basically, they had like this sort of list, but basic concept is that if we don't put a stop to this now, it's going to spread like wildfire. The situation is getting more serious by the day, so we need to declare this sort of state of emergency. All the schools going on holiday, basically just stay home. That was the gist of the message that I just watched. It's like, especially this weekend, stay home. Don't go out. Don't meet other people. Don't spread this thing any more than it already spread. Another thing that he mentioned, and it's kind of a regional problem. Hokkaido is a very big island. Sapporo is obviously the largest city with 2 million people. There's another 3 million people spread out around the island. People move around a lot within Hokkaido for work, for play, for other things. So, you know, people don't really stay in their city. They go and commute, and they're all over the place. So I think they're concerned that, you know, the virus will spread very quickly to other cities around the island and become a big problem around the whole island instead of maybe staying in one city. So that was part of the talk too. Okay, so this thing is developing very rapidly, and I don't want to just repeat the news. I just wanted to come on and sort of give my opinion. First of all, I've never, ever seen anything like this in my 30 years living here in Japan. The last big sort of shocking event to happen was that last year? We had a really big earthquake in Hokkaido. Or it was, now 2 years ago. I think that was 2018. We had a really big earthquake, and that kind of knocked out power to the whole island for like 24 hours or more. It was a big thing. Before that, we have to go back about 8 years to the Fukushima nuclear meltdown. Now, to me, that was the largest industrial disaster of all time. A tsunami that killed like 35,000 people in an instant. And then who knows what damage and repercussions the meltdown has caused. We'll only know that years from now. But to me, that was like, I mean, it felt like the end, like Armageddon has arrived. But that's how it felt to be living in Japan at the time of the Fukushima tsunami, earthquake, tsunami, and nuclear meltdown. But for some reason, this coronavirus reaction, at least the society reaction, for some reason seems to be like way bigger. Although to me, the Fukushima nuclear meltdown and that disaster, I don't know, that seems, still to me seems like a way bigger deal. The number of people that died, the number of people that the nuclear radiation fallout endangered and hurt, I don't know, it seems like the reaction and cover-up of that was much quicker than what's going on now. And that kind of confuses me. I don't know. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. But the coronavirus, yeah. Okay. Well, okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting off track. That's one thing. The other thing is, there's a lot of people with their conspiracy theories, and it was a man-made virus, and it was someone let it out, and whatever. I don't care. The conspiracy theories are interesting. I like to listen to them. There may be something to it. But that's not really what I'm concerned about. What my thinking is right now, what's going on in here in Japan, it still feels to me like this, we've declared a state of emergency. It's just panic. People are just canceling everything. Today, a ski resort that I work for doing social media stuff called me up and told me they're canceling all events, races, everything they had planned for the rest of the season. They've just outright canceled all of it. And I'm like, whoa, on one hand, I understand, big corporations and, big events where you're going to have maybe 10,000 people coming in a stadium and milling around tables, and okay, maybe that's not what we should do right now. But on the other hand, like a ski resort where people are going to come and be part of a race, it's outdoors. I mean, I understand you're using the cafeteria, you're all using the same toilets, so okay, people are going to mix and mingle, but it seems like it should be healthy people. Here in Sapporo, my daughter goes to dance classes at a place called Minamiku Taikukan. It's a city-run gymnasium. They have all these different classes and schools and things going on. They're shutting the whole thing down. They're not just canceling classes, they're shutting the place down for the foreseeable future. And I was like, whoa, it's a gymnasium. Again, this is where healthy people go. Healthy people go to gymnasiums to work out. And you're shutting that down because you're worried that it might spread, and obviously no one wants to be in the news. This I also understand. No one wants to be that guy or that company where they say, oh, today we found 2 new cases of coronavirus and looks like it spread from the local gymnasium. I understand that is not good publicity. So I understand that, but it just feels like it's just going crazy because it just feels like there's this sort of societal pressure to just shut everything down. I've heard that a lot of restaurants, there's already restaurants that catered mostly to like foreign tourists, going out of business. This is like within a month. Chinese tourists have way dropped off. Tourism itself dropping off. Restaurants going out of business. Hotels are, they must be just crying. Cancellations galore. I have 2 apartments that we list on Airbnb, and we've had cancellations, of course. I've had events canceled. I've had other things. Economically, it hasn't been so huge for me because I'm a very small player, but for a lot of people around me, huge economic repercussions already. And this was, I'm talking up till yesterday before an island-wide state of emergency was declared. So now I can only imagine what's going to happen in the next weeks and next month. And what am I leading up to? Well, okay, here's what I think. I think the government, at the very highest levels. Okay, we got to nip this thing in the bud. Why? 2020 Tokyo Olympics. That's what I think. I think the whole thing is that everybody's freaking out at the highest levels of government that they're going to have to cancel the Olympic 2020 games because of this. If they don't see the numbers declining within like the next month and a half, March and April, I heard someone saying that they're going to wait until about May, and then they're going to make a final decision on whether they can run the Olympics or delay the Olympics at best case. And so obviously it's like right now. Take action right now. People stop spreading this. The virus sort of disappears, goes down, down, down. Numbers are receding. Looks good. Olympics go. Otherwise, Olympics, sayonara. And that is like end game kind of talk. Not only already, this is like an economic nightmare. It's just going wacko. If the Olympics got canceled, man, I can't even imagine. It might even be economically worse than the nuclear meltdown was. I mean, I'm just sort of making that up. I don't know the numbers, but it's kind of what it feels like. Okay, that's all I really have now. Those are my thoughts. Basically, no one's come out and said it, but I kind of feel like this whole movement right now is like a save the Olympics kind of thing. And it just feels like the reaction and the way society is like whoosh, moving into this freak out mode is stronger and more powerful than what it was 8 years ago after a double nuclear meltdown. And that kind of weirds me out. Everybody's wearing masks except me. I don't even have, well, I kind of have one, but it's one that doesn't apparently work. It's like a sponge one, and they're no good apparently, so I'm not even wearing it. And yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know where all this is going, but it's a very strange times here in Japan, globally too, I guess. But I feel like we're kind of, the epicenter is in Bukhan in China, but Hokkaido is like number 2. A lot of cases here, and it kind of feels like things are really heating up. So let me know your opinions. I'm sure the comments will go off. I look forward to reading them all. And I've arrived at my destination, so I'm going to have to cut this off now. Thank you always for listening. Subscribe, like, and please share these videos. I appreciate the support. And yeah, thanks for tuning into Carmentary. Drive safe.
If you like to drive around and talk about the latest happenings, this is the channel you need. So subscribe and follow Carmentary.